I know what would save the day: Big Pharma! Which is why jargon like this is shopped around. Simple as that. What you don't hear people stressing, what you don't hear people talking about, and obviously it means they're not fucking thinking about it if they're not willing to fucking dish it up, for the most part. Otherwise, we would see things tracking and getting better. You don't hear them talking about diet. You don't hear them talking about the fact that our food supply is controlled by a third party and it's been weaponized, and most of the things that you and I are privy to are in fact not food. So many of these factors, the things that are negatively impacting us, as people would prefer to think of them, stem from a poor diet. This also has to do with the environment that you and I are a part of. All the wrong people are in charge. You might assume otherwise. You might believe that you don't have masters. But we are being crop dusted daily, among other things. There's a digital or an electronic, as some people would think of it, because they think of the electronic universe, which is garbage. It's fucking garbage. Magnetism and electricity, motherfucker, yin and yang. You've been polarized and conditioned to repeat part of it, but you don't understand any of it, which is why you would repeat part of it. We're swimming in a net of energy, and we have permitted, and in some cases, flat out helped our masters build the infrastructure to something that by all rights doesn't need to exist and would not exist. It should not exist, and it is also contributing to what I'm complaining about. Many people will assume otherwise. Heaven forbid you use the brain between your ears or the tools at your disposal to do the right fucking thing and pull your head out of your ass. Compare and contrast information, and be diligent about it. Be diligent. That's how I should have put it. But people aren't. They're chasing entertainment. They're chasing their tails. That's synonymous these days. What people call this, I almost called it the circle jerk because it is, the truth community, or pseudo-intellectual wet fart circles. Pseudo-intellectual circles. Full of wet farts. They're no different. They're no different. Not whatsoever. They're full of just morons playing a game of telephone, and what they're talking about, what they're discussing, and what they're bastardizing are quite literally outlines that were spoon-fed to them by the very people who have subjugated us, poisoned our food, and want to sell you something via that thing I began this message with, but what the fuck do I know? By the way, if it's funded by the Rockefeller Trust, that means you can't trust it. Most things are, but are you going to follow the money? I mean, everybody I've ever met has chosen not to do that, because that would take time, and thinking is fucking hard.